Hey YouTube, my name is Eamon and this is my first YouTube video. I'm new to all this. I never made a YouTube video before, or edited or did anything like that. So this will be my first one. Please, I apologize in advance if the quality of the video is not up to your liking. Yeah, that's that. So behind me, it's a Samsung fridge. So I've been having there's an ice buildup in this fridge, and I've been having this issue for over 2.5, 3 years. And I never really, took care of it. And I was like, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna buy a new fridge and we'll go from there. So what happened was, when it first started, I started building up, it would be just in the back. And slowly, I will see there's slowly water's leaking around and the ice is just caking up. And then about 1.5 years ago, it started leaking. So temp will warm up and it'll start leaking everywhere. So I'll just grab a towel, clean it up. I'm like, it's working for me, so no big deal. And I tried to do a search online, look up, and a lot of people have this issue, but there's no fix. No one really said anything. And I was like, okay, I gotta figure. So I looked up the manual and all that stuff. And I think I found something online that said the water drainage that goes in the back, and sometimes it gets clogged, and this is where the issue happens. Kind of like a AC machine, if you ever had that issue. But so right now, if I open this fridge, there's like this much ice built up in the bottom compartment. What we need to do is, I'm going to unplug this thing, move it up forward a little bit, and take everything out and put it in, I don't know, like coolers or something. So I think it might take anywhere from 1 hour to 2 hours to thaw everything out, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so this is the fridge, and I gotta take everything out and move it in a cooler or something. So what I was trying to tell you earlier, what the problem is, you see this? This is rock solid. This thing has, from here, good about 8 to 10 inches of ice built up in here. I can't move this thing. And this thing cracked. So what happened was, so ice will get built up, and if the temperature is warm, it will just start leaking throughout here, and it will go around here and then go down and get on my floor. And it actually it got under the tiles, and my floor expanded. I'm having some other issues with that. So right now what we'll do is we'll take everything out and put it somewhere in a cooler or something. And again, you'll need some time to thaw everything out. So I would suggest, it's good if you do it on Friday or weekend, or you have less food in the fridge, or you have another fridge or a freezer where you can transfer all the stuff. So that'll be this. So I don't really have much in there, and I'm not really worried about it if things kind of go bad. I'll just leave it out and see how that goes. But for you, if you wanna, there's few ways you can thaw the ice out. You can leave it open and put towels or something underneath, and unplug the fridge and open both the doors. So it will warm up and melt all the ice. So for me, I'm just gonna hold this forward a little bit and unplug it. I'm not gonna mess with the water line because it's long enough. So, and I'll just turn it off. And so what we need to do is we need to move the fridge forward a little bit and enough room for me to go back. And what we'll do is we unplug the fridge and we'll move everything into a cooler, or I don't have any extra fridge or freezer where I can transfer all this stuff. So I'll just transfer it into a cooler, and so I'll cover it up. So I don't think it's gonna take that long. It might take a little bit of time for me to melt all this ice. So what I'll do is I'll use a heat gun, and we'll talk about it, how to use the heat gun, because you don't wanna melt the plastic in the fridge. So there's a few ways you can do it. You can transfer all your stuff the night before into a freezer or a cooler or extra fridge that you have. Or what you can do is, you can do that. And once you're done, you unplug the fridge, right? And you open both doors. So, overnight it will just melt. But just, make sure you have some sort of towels or something that you can contain all the water. Because you don't want the water to go into the floor or like just, ruin it and something else. So, or you can just sit around or however you want to do it, but it will take some time depending upon how much ice is built up inside. In my case, let me show you. So let me see if you can see this. So right here, this is rock solid. This is from about 8 to 10 inches of ice in here right now. Also in the back as well. So what happens is, let me see if we can move you up here close. So there's a back panel right there, and there's a drain, I think about yay height. The water goes in the drain. If the drain gets clogged, the water starts coming in. And I'll show you once I take everything else out. But for now, you see this is just cake, and it cracked. I might have to get a new one or whatever. So yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I'm going to transfer everything, and I'll get back with you after. So I took the stuff out. I'm going to leave this stuff in there, so I don't really need to mess with this. So this is the freezer side of the Samsung fridge. And this is what I was telling you guys. This is how much ice is caked. This is all solid. So this actually happened in less than a week. This is how much water is coming out of this thing. But nothing is leaking because everything is just coming into this compartment right here, from right here, over here, and there. And it's just caking up here. So what we're going to do is once we move this forward on the fridge and unplug everything, and we're going to try to melt the ice. So what needs to be done afterwards is to remove this screw right here. There's a total of like, I think 2, 4, 6, 8 screws that we need to remove, and it uses a Phillips screwdriver. So once everything melt, we're going to take all this out, this out, this out, this out, and the panel out, and then we go from there. So slowly pull the fridge out towards you. This thing is heavy, so if you can't do it by yourself, make sure you have another person with you pulling this thing out. Also, the person on this side can make sure he or she keeps an eye on the wire, the electrical wire that plugs into the wall, and also the water line. So in my case, I put enough water line long, so it's not gonna cause any problem. So I pulled it before, so I kind of know how much I need to pull. So. Oh, we still got room. Okay guys, so the fridge is unplugged and I'm on the back side of the fridge, and what we are going to do is we are going to take this panel off, the cover off, and we're going to take a look at the drain, see what it looks like. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 or 6 screws, and all you need is a Phillips screwdriver for the whole project. That's all I think you'll need, and a heat gun or a hair dryer to melt the ice, or you can just leave it open and it will melt out. So yeah, let's take this out. Don't worry, it's unplugged. So you just pick this up just like this. You can put it here and drop the screws in here, just like this. So this is what we got going on here. So you see this right here, this piece. Let me see if I can show you close. So this piece right here, that is the drain. So if you look at it already right here, see how this is bent? It's all bent up right now. I didn't do anything. That's how it came from the factory. So I don't know if this bent was causing all this stuff. So what I read, what happens is the water comes here, it gets over here, and it evaporates here in this little container. And I never seen that happen because I never seen the water coming out of here if it was, you know, leaking into this pan and evaporating. So I don't know. So we'll take a look at that. Also, when you're in the back end, you know, get a vacuum or something, kind of clean all this out. So check this out. See how this is all bent up? Look at this. This is all bent. And this is where this nipple is right here. This is where it kind of attaches to. This opening right here kind of goes up. And then this part right here, it's supposed to go on these little nipples right here. So it kind of stays straight. So in my case, look, so it goes up just like this, right? And it's all bent and it's not on those things at all. And if it is on, it still has a little bent in here. So what I'll do is I might just kind of cut this tiny bit. So this is the hole where the water is supposed to come out of, right here, when it needs to drain. So yeah, so I'll just try to cut this part a little bit so I have enough at the bottom, and as long as it stays straight, and then we'll be good. So we'll work on that at the end. So right now we need to move forward up front and melt all this ice and stuff. Okay guys, so this is the heat gun I ordered on Amazon a while back. You can use hair dryer if you want to. I think that'll be easy. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to point it directly at the plastic, and the part of the plastic or anything in here to melt. So you just gotta be very, very careful with this thing. I think the best thing is to just kind of let it thaw on its own, unplug it, and just kind of keep eye on the water that's coming out, and do that. But I'm just gonna do it. So that's that. So guys, I kind of gave up on the heat gun. It was taking a lot of time and I was kind of worried about it damaging, because that's a lot of ice. It's gonna take a long time, and you just need to sit here and kind of wait till this thing melts. So it didn't work out very well for me. So what I did is I'm just gonna leave it open and let it do its thing. But meanwhile, earlier I told you, we need to remove this and all that stuff out. You know, you don't need to. I wasn't thinking right. So I mean, you do kind of take this out and dump the ice, because if it's gonna stay open for a long time, the ice is gonna start melting out. So what we'll do is I'll take that out, dump the ice somewhere. But so you do need to take these out, just like so. And just like that, you see the water's coming out. So you see the separation right here for the panel? So we don't need to mess with anything on top. We just need to worry about this guy right here. So once the ice starts melting, and I will take those screws out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws out. And right now, I could start just taking it off, but this portion right here is caked. It's not going to come off, and it's gonna crack, and I don't want to let that happen. So we'll wait till everything kind of thaws out, and we'll go from there. Hey guys, so I cleaned this out
really well. You just gotta be careful with all these little pipes and gas lines and electrical cables and stuff like that, and these guys right here, and also the water lines, and these some more cablings over there. Just be gentle with it. Use the vacuum cleaner, regular household vacuum cleaner, or if you have a little air compressing bottle thing for the keyboards, you can spray all this. I mean, you can just blow everything out, and just take your time with it. Don't be aggressive, because you don't want to damage anything. So just clean this out. So I did clean it out, and what I did was, so these water lines were hitting this pipe, drain pipe. So there was those little holes, so I had a small zip tie. I put that there, and also with this thing, I cut this drain pipe just a little bit, about this much, and put it back in there. But you see how it has a, it's just bent, and it's blocking all the water or whatever if it does come out. So I might cut it just up a little bit more, maybe, kind of straighten this thing out. So, but I was kind of worried that it might melt or something else might happen. I mean, it might shrink and something else happen, and just, so we'll see. But for now, this thing is clean in the bag, and I'll just wait till the ice inside melts, and we'll take care of this, because I do want to clean this drain out from wherever the pan is. I believe it's like right over this side, this area. So once we get to that point, I'll let you guys know. Okay guys, so it's been 4 hours. Try the heat gun, let it melt, pour some hot water, tried everything, and even tried to kind of break the ice, but don't do that. Don't ever do that. I caused more damage than I should have. Just wait. But and easy with the heat gun as well. So this is what happened when I was telling you about the heat gun, and it was a lot of ice here, but I put heat gun. Look at how this bubbled up, and look at this side, and look at this side, and also this. And it's just, you just gotta be patient with this thing. Look at all this ice. So when I was telling you that I was breaking ice in here, and I put a screwdriver, it went through here, and boom, right out here. So you just gotta take your time. You can't rush this thing. Just, at the best is you just let the ice melt on its own. Also, look at all this. You see all this? This is still caked. All this ice still caked. I need to take that panel off. So I'm gonna see if I can take the panel off now. So what I did was, I removed these screws. These screws were here, 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 and here. So I already removed those screws. And I tried to remove this thing without removing the ice compartment. So it was hard to kind of move. So let me tell you what I did. So while it was stuck, and I tried to remove this, and I cracked this thing. So don't do what I did. This is the back side. That's how it looks like in the back. So I removed the panel, removed the drawer full with ice, and here's ice still caked right here. It's about, I say, 1.5 inches right now. So earlier I was telling you there's a drain up here, but the drain is actually right here, this pan right here. So what happens is, when the freezer is working, all the little bit of water that comes down, it goes in that drain, and there's a little hole, the pipe that I was showing you in the back, it goes in that. If that pipe is clogged, the water will not go down. So what happens is the water starts coming out of this little path right here and this little path right here, and it starts coming in the fridge. So first 2.5 years, the water was keep coming down, and it was going on my floor like out of here, and I was just cleaning. I was like, okay, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. But that later never came. So, and then this ice got caked in the drawer, and the water started coming in the drawer because this was all caked up, and that's how the drawer got full with ice. And now this is where I am. Now I gotta. It just takes a long time, so you just gotta be careful with this stuff. Okay, guys, so I removed the ice, and I didn't cause any damage with the screwdriver earlier that I was telling you about. So that looks okay. And here is the drain pan, and this is the drain back here. That's how it looks like right here. So you see I melted the water in here because I poured some hot water, so the water is still in there, but it's not going down. So I think the drain line is still clogged. So I'm going to take you guys in the back and we'll see how that goes and see if it's blocked or not. So this is the drain pipe right here. So I'm going to remove this guy and also this nipple. You can pull this down, it'll come down and see if anything comes out. Nope, nothing's coming out. And this is how it looks like. I mean, it's not blocked or anything, but I think the line itself is blocked. So I gotta figure this out. You know why it's blocked? Maybe the ice inside of that line, and it's caked right now. So I need to figure out what is going on. So I pour some water in a pan. I think the pan is like right up here. So only this much drain was caked with ice. So I pour some hot water in there and waited a little bit and pour some more afterwards. And I noticed the water start coming out here. So I'm thinking it's clean now, but I'll take this off. Take this bad boy off too. And I'll pour some more water in there and kind of flush it out a little bit more, just so I know that there's nothing in there. This is where I pour the water, and this is the drain back here. See if you can guys see this right there. That is the drain, and there's this little lip thing that kind of goes down on top of it to stop things going in. But I think that's the drain got clogged. The ice got caked in there, and that's where this whole drama started. So the drain is clean right now, and I'll drop a little bit more water in here and see if everything is good. And if everything is good, I'm gonna start putting this back together. Okay, so we tested the drain. Everything is good. Everything is going down. So what we need to do is we need to kind of clean it all out, like dry all the water, because if we don't dry the water, as soon as we turn it on, all the water is going to be caked again. So we want to dry all the water and put the panel back together with the screws and everything else, and then I'll take you guys back. I fixed the drain, and we're going to put the panel back there too. To put the panel back, same thing. Just you set it there, and it just goes back there easy. Put it back there. Set it just like so. Boom, boom, boom. So just like that, it will just fit, and then we'll put the screws in there. So if you look right here, oh, my head's in the way. So if you look right here, there's an opening right here, kind of like a waterfall. So if you look all this area right here, it looks like a little waterfall. So I'm guessing I think it's there for a reason, because of the cooling that needs to come in. And if it does get kind of, water gets back there, it's easy to come out. So I'm gonna put the screws back in here and close it up. So the drain is set. Now I just need to put the cover back on. and cover this baby up.
Okay guys, so I put everything back together. I put the cover in the back, put the screws in here, drain was straight. I plugged it in, and that's how it looks like right now. So the power is on, as you can see the light is on, and I can hear the fridge is working. So now I just gotta put the stuff back in there and see how it does. Hey guys, so this is the next day, and it's been good 12 some hours, and I checked everything. Everything is working fine. You know, it's working, freezing everything fine, and there's water and there's ice. There's no leak or any of that. Let's take a look. So yeah, this was all thought. I put everything in there last night, so everything is rock solid. There's no leak. There's no water. None of that. Check the drain in the back. Everything seems to be working fine. Let's see if it has ice in it. Ice is good. Water is good. Okay, cool. So that's pretty much it. I mean, it doesn't take long as the ice is melted in it. Once the ice is melted, 10-20 minutes maybe. I mean, all you gotta do is just take some screws out, take the panel out, and see if the drain is clogged or not. And also the back panel, so to see if the drain pipe is straight or if it's not bent or things like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it.